Hey guys, what is going on? Sleeping Knight 77, aka Kyle, and welcome to my trick room. We are here for week 7 of APA against Curt the Buzzswole and his Adelaide Absols. Of course, we are not doing so hot right now. We are 1-5. We are coming off a loss to Elite Four Dan, our only win being against Lynx Forte and his South Florida Bulus. If you do hear something wrong with my voice, I do apologize. Been having like throat problems all day. As of recording this, it is around allergy season, so my nose has been running for, I don't know, for what seems like weeks now, but I know it's only been since like the beginning of the week. So if you do hear something wrong with my voice, or you do hear a few hiccups here and there, I do apologize. But without any further ado, just gonna go over the teams real quick, what my thought process was, and we're just gonna get into match. So I am bringing the Jolteon, the Sneasel, the Doug Trio, all three of those kind of frail, not very defensive Pokemon. Klefki with dual screens, Necrozma, and Manaphy, and he is bringing a Shuckle, which is always scary because that thing can just sit there for days if it really wants to. We have the Vaporeon, which is very, very bulky, Entei, Magnezone, Spiritomb, and Kyurem Black. So my thought process was kind of make sure you outspeed everything, completely forgetting that Shuckle had sticky webs, so I didn't really account for sticky webs too hard. So I didn't have defog on Klefki, unfortunately, which kind of made things a little bit difficult for me because especially with the Shuckle that he was bringing, which will reveal to Mental Herb during the match, was basically going to set up webs turn 1 regardless. So it was either going to set up webs and final gambit its way out, which it had. It could have like it did have stealth rocks, so it did have sturdy, so you know it was going to set up webs or rocks no matter what. And obviously I led with the Jolteon, so the optimal play probably would have just been going into Manaphy turn 1 instead of volt switching out, which you're going to see, which I do. But we're just going to hop right into battle here. As you can tell, I lead off with the Jolteon, he leads off with the Shuckle, and we are just going to hit a quick volt switch out as he sets up the sticky webs here. I set up Static Shock. And I was Life Orb Jolteon this week. I didn't really feel the need to be expert belt on anything. Completely ignoring the fact that Entei gets extreme speed, because Entei gets extreme speed and I completely forgot. So I Volt Switch out to Girl's Keys, which is Klefki, and he sends out Sticky Webs, which are there permanently because I don't have hazard removal. So he does withdraw his Endolith, and he does send out Entei. And I am going to Calm Mind here. I was prepared to take on this Shuckle very well. I had Draining Kiss, I had Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, and the 2 screens with Lake Play, so I was prepared to take it on a little bit. But I am just going to set up the Reflect here, because I know I can live a Sacred Fire after a Reflect, and which he does do. And he is able to get 50-50 burn, which would neutralize my leftovers recovery if I had it, which I don't. But I know it's going down here. I'm just going to set up the light screen, and I'm going to be able to take hits a little bit better for 7 to 8, for 6 to 7 turns, whether it be physical or special. So I am just able to safely send out Manaphy here and set up a Tail Glow. And you know, again, no matter what he sent out, I knew that I was going to, because he was not keeping it. I knew that I was going to be safe with Manaphy out. I have the light screen up, so no matter what this Magnezone wants to do, even if it like thunders, I know I'm living it. Unless it like Z thunders, I think I was living it. But I don't think Magnezone was one of the Z captains. But even at -1, I outspeed this Magnezone, so the Magnezone goes down. And we get a quick kill with Manaphy there, which is very, very nice. He sends out the Spiritomb, and I'm like, okay, you know, I don't really know. I know this thing is like base 10 from P4G, but I don't really know what exactly wants to do to me, and holy crap, it took that very well into his assault vest. So he's just going to use the Shadow Ball, and I do have the leftovers on Manaphy this week, and it does recover a little bit. The Shadow Ball did basically nothing. I have no reason not to go for another Scald here, but he does withdraw, and he does go into the water-absorbing Vaporeon. Now this Vaporeon, again, is very bulky, it's very annoying. It has water absorb, so my Scalds. It's very specially defensive. It can Wish, it can Protect, it can Toxic, and it protects right there to waste another turn of what I want to do, scouting for the Energy Ball, which I do have. So I do get more leftovers recovery, which is a good thing in my case, because the healthier I keep this Manaphy, the more I can fight off anything else after my screens go away. I do fire off the Energy Ball. Since I am not modest, this isn't going to do too much, and the Vaporeon just goes for Roar. It does roar me out into the Jolteon, which is a very, very good switching for me. It does force out this Vaporeon, no matter if it protects or not. So I'm just going to Volt Switch. He does protect right here, just to waste off the light screen. So the light screen's gone, the reflect is gone, and my screens are both gone at this point. But he knows that he can't live a Volt Switch, so he is just going to withdraw here, and he is going to back into his Shuckle, or sorry, his this thing, Spiritomb, and I'm just gonna Volt Switch out again, take a little bit more Life Orb damage, which again, it's adding up. It's two hits. With the speeding Entei in the back, it is very scary. Featherizer does get caught in a Sticky Rep, which doesn't really matter too much because I do have the Ice Shard priority, and I know that I outspeed this thing anyway because it's a Spiritomb and it has like base 30 speed. So I do knock off the Assault Vest, which I already knew because it ate that Scald so well. And he does send out the Shuckle here, and he is going to set up his Stealth Rocks at this time. I'm going to knock off. It is going to do a little bit of damage, and it is going to knock off the Mental Herb, which I said earlier. And at this point, I need to kill this thing pronto. So the Life Orb with the Icicle Crash here should take it out. And it's a nice roll, and it lives on 1%. But Icicle Chain has a chance to flinch, and I totally remembered as it flinched. So good for me, not so good for him. He was going to go for the final gambit into the Entei, which he said, which would have led him to have a little bit more momentum, I guess. But all in all, the same play happened. Shuckle is down, and Entei gets sent out. So he does reveal the E-Speed here, which again, I'm like, oh crap, I completely forgot this thing has E-Speed. So it can outspeed my Sucker Punches, it can outspeed my Ice Shards, which I wouldn't do against this thing anyway. But I know that I can scare this thing out for a little bit if I send out Crozma, which I do. And Pointstone send into it. He does withdraw, he is not Scarfed. And I am going to just Autotomize up. But on the fact that this thing has Sticky Webs on the field, he is able to outspeed me because I'm just +1 as opposed to +2. And he's going to go for Dragon Claw as he does reveal Scarf here. I am going to go for the Z Steelium Z and one-shot this Kyurem to Oblivion, because that is a thing that Corkscrew Crash can do. So you're going to see the animation here. This just completely obliterates and one-shots Kyurem Black, as he does send out Entei, and I know that E-Speed is going to take it out from this range. However, he decides not to E-Speed. I think he thought it might have been a roll here. I just go for the Earth Power, as it does do a ton to the Entei, and the Entei is going to Sacred Fire and take me out. But as he goes for Sacred Fire, and I know he's banded at this point, I do safely go out into Manaphy, and I am able to get up a Tail Glow. I know that with the rolls that I have calculated. 2 Sacred Fires will not take me out if he does not get a burn. If he does get a burn, there is a chance on a roll, and he does get 50% burn again, as I do set up the Tail Glow, as I needed to. Energy Ball would take this Entei out right now, and that's what I wanted, and that's why I went for the Tail Glow there, because I was calcing it, and I said, well, if Energy Ball doesn't take this thing out, then what do I have? You know? So I do. He does send out the Aquanios, and I am just going to go for the safe Energy Ball here. And the Energy Ball does take out the Vaporeon. And now I can just safely go for Scald, provided I live Extreme Speed from this Entei. And it is about a 42% chance that that he kills me. It's about a 58% chance that I do live. And you're going to see here that I am going to live on 4. And I do safely Scald and take out the Entei. And that is a 3-0 victory for the Montreal 2 Canadians over the Adelaide Absols. A very good battle to Curt the Buzzful, so please go check him out. His links will be in the description down below. Your Montreal 2 Canadians do pick up another win, and we are now 2-5 on the season. So next week we do have Mewtwo Nate and his New York Noibat, who also are kind of not looking too hot right now. I believe they have the same record as us, so hopefully we can pick up a win in that sense and kind of move into. We have Leo left, and then we have our division. So we are looking to go into our division with a chance to clinch a playoff spot with 1 win. If we can do that, that'll be great. If not, then we're gonna have to fight hard in our division, which I know that we're gonna have to do anyway, but we're going to have to fight a little bit harder than we really want to. So until next time, guys, I am Sleeping77. Please go check out Curt the Buzzful in the description down below. Please leave a like and comment down below if you so desire. Until next time, guys, I am Sleeping77, and I'm going to go to sleep. Good night.